Hello, beautiful people. I'm going to get you a reading right now. We're going to find out what Spirit wants you to know in this moment. In this moment, Spirit, what can you tell me for this collective here? Thank you. Ooh, the Empress and Ten of Cups. I'm splitting two right away. Creative fulfillment. Beautiful. What wants to come through here? The High Priestess. So you're very intuitive. You're very in touch with your feminine energy, your feminine power. The Tiger and the Moon here, very, very relevant. Primal, sacral, creative force. Trusting in the mystery of the dream time, I just heard. Trusting in the mystery of the other side. Mother of Wands reverse. So self-respect. You have a lot of self-respect here. Ten of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, a lot of self-respect. It's like Queen of Wands reverse always talks about, normally she's very external and very bombastic, but I feel like you just have this, like, maybe people don't even see this on the outside. I feel like people do see more of the High Priestess, one-on-one on the timer. People see more of that inner tiger, that ferocity to you, but Mother of Wands reverse says you have this like really fiery passion within you, and you have this ability to kind of like show it as well. You're kind of like, yeah, I know I'm all that, but you don't have to show it. You just have that power within you, and you kind of just do whatever you want to do, which I love. Even when things on the outside don't necessarily look like I feel like you give this vibe that you're all that, even if on the outside it's like people are looking at you like, well, he or she or they shouldn't be feeling like that. Like they don't have the material goods to back that up. Like they don't have the stuff, the social, trophies that everybody thinks you need to have to be able to be confident in yourself, right? Like you might not be somebody who is stereotypically like wealthy or has status or whatever it may be, but it's like you carry yourself with such confidence and such power and such like mysticism is what I get. 222 in the timer, and it's like if you feel like you've lost this a little bit, Spirit wants you to be feeling this. Spirit wants you to be in this vibe. What else here, Spirit? Thank you. You're just a really cool person in general. Very cool. Very vibes. Very vibes. You know what that means. You're just like in flow. You're just like, you're magnetic. People might find this really intimidating. People also might wonder like why you're not as like, maybe people wonder why maybe people think you deserve more self-respect, or not self-respect. People just think you deserve more external respect, more accolades. There are some people who look at you and they're like, damn, like you're still living in this town? Like how? Kind of thing. Like you have such a beautiful potential in life in front of you. Maybe you don't see this though, because Nine of Swords just came out, which talks about like nightmares and anxiety and fear and just like this feeling of like total and utter just like mental stress. What else about that, Spirit? Whoa, okay, a bunch of cards just came out here. These two. And the Ten of Swords comes out right after it. What else? The Three of Wands. Okay, so and the Sun reverse. Okay. So something that was promised to you, like something that was promised to you in the past, didn't quite go the way it was supposed to go. Like somebody or something promised something to you, or there was some kind of idea you had about what life was supposed to look like. Like when you looked out on the horizon of your life, you thought it was supposed to look a certain way, or somebody told you it was going to look a certain way. but it's like it came to a really painful ending is what I'm getting. Like there was a really painful realization you may have had over this, and because of that it's like, okay, yeah, because so this made you see this like high priestess tiger primal self of yours, because it had to activate here is what I'm getting. And like it forced yourself to respect yourself, like to have some self-respect, meaning like you really had to do the inner work to realize like your true power and your true confidence, and like not the showy kind, not the kind that people put out there when they're insecure or when they are a little bit maybe like unaware of themselves, but like true inner power is what you had to cultivate. And I feel like I'm getting a confirmation burp here, but like, you know, you have this regardless of your external, but maybe even you are like, yeah, why is my external not reflecting like the power and the strength and the beauty I've had to cultivate, or what I've been through in life? And like other people saying like, yeah, collective, like you should be out there doing these, you're so talented, you're so powerful, you're so like, why are you not the person that's like in like famous kind of thing? Why are you not the person who's wealthy? Why are you not the person who's all these things? And maybe you like wonder this a little bit, because it's like you fought for everything you have. And it's like things feel like they haven't come to you in life easy either, is what I get. Like you were like haunted by this, you were traumatized by this in a lot of ways. And it really forced you to kind of dim your light. Like you really had to see the darkness. You really had to see some really not pretty things, some really uncomfortable things about yourself and about others, through whatever this like illusion was that kind of looked like it was good on the surface, or looked like it was supposed to be one way on the surface, but didn't happen that way. But like this to me like is the wealth, like this is the reward, like you being who you are today. And I feel like Spirit wants to reiterate that to you, like you being who you are and getting through this and being this like fierce, ferocious being now, being this spiritual warrior, being this sovereign being, like that's your reward in itself. And there's nothing but abundance from here on out. Like you might be asking yourself that question, people might be asking that question, like why aren't you further ahead, or why aren't you more this or that? But it's like, who's to say what is successful? Who's to say what success looks like? You are a living success because you made it through this. So, okay, what else here, Spirit? What else? What other information? I want to see. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Okay, yeah, like you feel like the wheel just isn't turning in your favor. You've been handed a lot of bad luck in your life, but it's like what I'm getting here is it's like, yeah, you sort of know this, but it's like you haven't let it affect you. Like you have continued the star, like you've continued to walk the path, you've continued to walk towards like your destiny and your higher calling. And even though you know maybe things have been unlucky, or like, yeah, you should be in a different position for like maybe the way you look or the way you act or the way that you hold yourself, you know that there's a deeper and greater calling that's like spiritual in nature. It's not about the accolades. It's not about the material success on the surface. It doesn't look like what other people think it should look like, or even what you think it should look like, right? Because remember, that's how you kind of got into this in the first place and went on this journey, is like you thought things were supposed to look a certain way and then they didn't go that way. And it's like Spirit took you somewhere else. So you've kind of gotten used to this. Like, and I feel like this is kind of how your life, like this is one of your great life lessons, I feel like, is learning like what true wealth and success is internally and as a person and as a spirit, versus like what the external standard should, in quotes, look like, or what other people perceive it to be. Like this is a deep self-trust journey. What else? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so, oh, and the Four of Wands reverse. So, like, stability over... What I get from that is stability over just, like, fleeting fun or celebrations. Like, I get that you're meant in this life to learn what real stability feels like and what real home feels like inside yourself versus, like, again, yeah, these like external ideals of what like a party or a celebration or fun or like fireworks looks like. And you'll still get those moments, yes, but I feel that Spirit wants to accentuate in your life. Like, it's an earthy stability. It's a simple life is what I'm getting. Like, learning what a simple life is over trying to chase like the illusions in a lot of ways. The you know what I mean? Like, trying to chase the fireworks, trying to chase the big moments that we all think we need to be so happy or that we think we need to be the best or successful. It's like, no, so much of the beauty is in the simple things. Simple stability, having a roof over your head, you know, making enough money to be comfortable, having a happy and healthy family, having friendships, having a nature to go for a walk in when you feel called to, like being able to eat a healthy meal. Like, these things are luxury and wealth in so many ways. What else? The Hermit. And the World. Okay, yeah, this is the end of the reading. Your success in this life, you're a very interesting person, I'm getting. Your success in this life, it is quiet, I feel. Like, it is simple and it's quiet and it's not loud. It's not obnoxious. It's not in your face. It's not like the external standard or like the Americanized standard, I guess we'll say, the Western standard that our society's made it out to be. It's not this like glamorous, huge, being famous and rich and on top of the world, or what other people say you should be. It's like your success really is in such a quiet, simple stability, and in spending time in your own world, creating your own world. The World on the bottom of the deck, the Hermit. Like, you're the type of person that I feel like would be very happy, like living in a cabin in the mountains, just kind of being one with nature and like working on poetry or something like that, or just kind of like learning to be just like self-sufficient in an independent, natural way with like a small group of people that you're really close to. Like, I just, yeah, I get that part of your challenge in this life has been striving for something that, yeah, it really is very fleeting or illusory, or it's one of those things that it's like you spend months, years grinding towards and being miserable over just for that one small moment that isn't even really worth it in the end. And a lot of people, you know, they don't want to admit it, but a lot of people who are in the spotlight, a lot of people who have societal wealth or whatnot feel that way, but they still think that's the answer. But I think like you've found it. Like, you have it, and Spirit wants you to continue in that way, deepening in that. Like, you've found this inner knowing and this inner success, and that is everything. Like, I just get like such a, like, you're in the best way, like just this like witch in the woods kind of vibe, and it's really beautiful. It's really like one with nature. Maybe like you are misunderstood, and maybe people will misunderstand you, but it's like, I feel like also part of that lesson is you learning just like that. I don't care. I love my life, and I feel one, and I feel whole. So why am I letting other people dictate where I go and what I do? Yeah, this is who you are, and I love that for you. Little hermit in the woods. So that's your reading. Just trust. If you ever feel doubt about who you are or where you're going or what's going on. Like, you're in the right place. Trust yourself and your intuition over any external pressures. All right. That's your reading. I love you very much. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.